What's up guys, this is Crypto with James talking to you today about Loopring. Loopring is one of Vitalik Buterin's favourite cryptos. He's spoken about it multiple times. Every time he has, it's experienced quite a significant pump. So I want to take a look at what Loopring can hit in the next bull cycle, along with Vitalik's thoughts on Loopring. Before I get into any of it though guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed everyone I was buying up all of these coins because I expect them to have big profits. And you can see what the prices were of all the coins when I released my videos. You can see the highs all these coins hit in a little less than 18 months and what the profit would have been from $100 into each one. And if you had done that, 100 into every single one, that's a $2,600 investment in total. Your net profit from that would have been 123 grand, a little more actually, which is obviously not bad. Now, I sold all of these, and since the market crashed, I've been buying up new cryptos. So anytime I find a crypto that I really like, that I think has real big profit potential, I get in on it, and I share that on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So when I find a coin that I'm getting in on, I'll jump onto the site, I'll tell the members what the coin is, what kinds of profits I think it can have, and what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. There's literally no work for any of the members. When I sell a coin, I also do the same thing. I let my members know what coin I'm selling, what percentage of my holdings I'm selling, and what I'm doing with my profits, whether it's reinvesting it, putting it under my mattress, whatever. So there is no work whatsoever for the members. Now, if that sounds good to you, pause this video now. Just head over to copymycrypto.com and have a look through the site. What you'll see is what the members have earned since being on the site. You'll also see the things I've said in the past and what ended up happening. All of it's public record. It's all on the history of these of this channel. So you can go through the old videos, confirm, verify everything that you read, and you can make a decision if it's something that you'd like to try out, guys. Like I said, link in the description. So Loopring. Loopring is currently priced at 18 cents, and if you're unfamiliar with what Loopring is, it is an open protocol designed for building DEXs. And in 2020, the average daily trading volume of the entire crypto market fluctuated in the approximate range of 50 to 200 million per day. Now, most of that trading was conducted on centralized exchanges, as you would expect. However, the downside to a centralized exchange is pretty obvious. We've seen it with FTX, we've seen it with Celsius, we've seen it with Voyager, we've seen it with there's one more, BlockFi. Although some of them are obviously yield earning platforms. But the downside to those platforms is everyone has custody of your assets. So that's not what DEX is. DEX is you're in control of everything. And DEX has experienced a huge surge in the last bull cycle. We saw Uniswap obviously go wild. We saw PancakeSwap go wild. And Loopring's whole premise is the protocol to build a DEX. So they've combined centralized order matching with decentralized on-blockchain order settlement. So it runs very similarly to a centralized exchange, which is actually where most people like to trade. It's just don't leave your crypto on there. Now the founders of Loopring, the founder is Daniel Wang, who's a software engineer and entrepreneur based in Shanghai, China. Now, he had a bachelor's degree in computer science from the University of Science and Technology of China, as well as a master's degree in the same field from Arizona State University. And prior to working on Loopring, he held managerial positions and executive positions in major tech companies. Boston Scientific was one. He was the senior director of engineering, search, recommendation ad systems at JD.com, which is a Chinese e-commerce, as well as being a tech lead at Google. And Loopring has drawn a lot of interest from Vitalik Buterin, in fact. So Vitalik in 2021 did a whole sort of lecture on Ethereum and the need for scalability. He highlighted one layer 2 scaling option in particular, which was ZK rollups, that's zero knowledge rollups. which will be Ethereum's preferred tactic in the short and medium term. ZK rollups offer a sophisticated but extremely safe method by running computation off-chain and doing submitting validity proof to the main chain. The rival for ZK rollups is optimistic rollups, but they require a week for withdrawals, which is not the same thing for zero-knowledge rollups. So when the technology is mature, enterprise apps will be able to employ both ZK rollups to all private blockchains, and that's according to Buterin. Now, he has spoken about Loopring multiple times. So he wrote an entire paper that he released online, and he cited Loopring multiple times in it. Oh, don't know what's happened there, guys. Medium pain. So the other thing as well, Buterin's obviously been pushing for the wide adoption of social recovery wallets over less secure wallets like EOA. So an example of that would be MetaMask or Ledger. The reason for this is the single point of failure that is present in these types of wallets. And Loopring's smart wallet has social recovery, and that's something that, again, he would like. Now, I don't want to talk too much about Vitalik, but what is worth noting here is with the amount of times he does a blog post, anything that's referenced within his blog post gets huge traction. And there have been multiple blog posts where he's referenced Loopring. It wouldn't be a shock for that to happen again. And if that was to happen, that's obviously going to cause a huge spike in Loopring. Now the question is does it happen? That's kind of Vitalik's decision. But if that was to happen in the next bull cycle, we'd see Loopring have some serious price appreciation. Now this is Loopring's actual app. You can see, how the swap functionalities work, and you can do the order book, which is exactly how we see trading occur on centralized exchanges. I always like having an order book when I'm doing a trade. They also have stuff like block trades, which is trading via centralized exchanges liquidity. The earn features are pretty good, not amazing, but pretty good. And if you were interested in them, they've got dual investments, which are where you buy the dip and sell the rallies. You can see what the APRs are based upon particular coins. So if you wanted a dual investment, as you can see, higher returns for something like Tether or really any coin. You're always going to get higher investments on a dual investment, but there's obviously a little bit more of a risk. Loopring is stakeable as well, so let's just get rid of that. Now, APR is pretty much rubbish. So you're only looking at 0.05%. That's absolutely terrible. But you can stake Ethereum via Loopring now as well, and they've integrated Lido and Rocket Pool so that people can stake their Ethereum. Again, it's a nice way to build up your staked Ethereum holdings, which can then be utilized and leveraged within yield farms and everything else. So it's an opportunity to build on your holdings. Now, Loopring actually has like 100 times lower fees than Ethereum, which is what you would expect, to be fair. Ethereum's fees are outlandish at times. But they've got much better throughput than Ethereum for obvious reasons. Again, same principle as Polygon, Cartesi, all of those. Their layer 2, their order book is pretty much second to none. Like their actual the DEX is pretty damn great. It's just that it's not doing tons of volume right now. But again, we are in a sort of bear cycle. So you're not going to expect huge amounts of volume to come through. The highest that they've got is 130,000, which is Loopring to USDC trades. So they're not doing huge volume, but I do expect this to boom at some point. Fundamentally, one thing that we are likely to see in the next bull cycle is more of a focus on DEXs, because we saw so many centralized exchanges fail their customers. And whether that's FTX or whether that's Celsius or Voyager or BlockFi, all of them failed for different reasons. Some was fraud, some was literally not knowing how to trade. And a lot of people that got burned by them are going to remember that, and DEXs are going to have a run off of that alone. Now, Loopring is buyable everywhere. If you guys are going to get it, I'd highly recommend BitGet. BitGet are a top 5 exchange. I partner with BitGet because I think they're going to be one of the biggest exchanges around. As of right now, they have the biggest copy trading community in all of crypto. If you don't have an account with BitGet, you can get one using the partner link in the description. That will give you discounts on trading fees, and you'll be eligible for up to $1,000 as a welcome bonus when you join. They also have the King's Cup Global Invitational trading competition at the moment. If you don't have an account, you can literally join. If you deposit $10 and make a $10 trade on just their normal spot trading, and then just enter one competition, you'll get gifted a $10 airdrop as well. So $10 for doing nothing other than what you would already be doing. So very, very easy to get started. And if you are actually a good trader, you could feasibly win up to $2.5 million if you won the futures trading competition. But even a demo trading account, you could win 20 grand. But spot trading 50 grand, copy trading 80 grand. Worth a look, guys. And again, if you don't have an account, get yourself a free $10. Be eligible for up to $1,000 in an airdrop using the partner link in the description. And back to Loopring. Loopring is when it initially launched, it really didn't have much of a bull cycle. It had a few months, and it hit a pretty good high. It hit about $2.30, but its all-time high was $3.83 in November of 2021. So it's actually on an upward trajectory. So I'll be looking at this breaking its previous high. So in the next bull cycle, I'll be looking at this as a target point of around $5. And if it hit $5, that would have a market cap of $6.5 billion. But this is a very strong scaling solution for Ethereum. And combine that with the potential for Vitalik Buterin to just not tweet out, he doesn't really do that, but if he was to just do another blog post talking about security within the Ethereum, security within wallets, where he could reference Loopring's wallet, or if he's just talking about scaling solutions once again and he references Loopring alone, just off of that would have a huge spike. Combine that with the fact that it's in an upward trajectory, $5 seems very, very achievable. Wouldn't shock me to see it beat that, in fact. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think it can do $10? Do you think it can do $20? Because, I think realistically 2020, the next bull cycle, 2025, is going to be the year for layer 2s. So I would not be shocked to see this do something even greater. But I'd love to hear everyone's comments about that. And if you are a returning viewer that hasn't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel. And also, you're going to get info on this channel you don't get anywhere else. So do not miss it. And guys, if you just want to make life easier on yourself, if you want to make the profits in crypto without doing any of the work, that's what copymycrypto.com is. It's the site I run where I share with all the members everything I'm doing. So anytime I buy a coin, I alert my members. I tell them everything about the coin, what kind of profits it can have, what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. It's completely transparent. They can see everything. When I sell a coin, I let them know what coin I'm selling, what percentage I'm selling, and again, what I'm doing with my profits, whether it's reinvesting it or whether it's just banking it. So again, no work for the members whatsoever. And if you were in the last bull cycle and you weren't happy with the gains, go on to copymycrypto.com now. Have a look at what the members got and have earned. See if your numbers stack up against theirs. If they don't, then maybe copymycrypto.com is something to consider. And if you go through the entire site, what you'll see on there is everything I've said in the past and what ended up happening, and all of its public record. It's all on the history of this channel, so you can verify everything you read, everything you watch, everything you see. And you can make a decision if it's something that you'd like to try out, guys. And again, there's a link in the description. And that's it from me. Hope you're all keeping well. Take care. Bye-bye.